on field, that is from the cryptography. Now you see how nicely we are using the multiplication of matrices and inverse of the matrices for coding and decoding, encoding and decoding, encryption and the decryption, how nicely we are using. Yes, and you will really enjoy. We are taking some example also, so you will really enjoy. What is cryptography? Cryptography is nothing but is the study of, that is the field in which what we are doing, we are protecting the information. We are protecting the information and the communication. Yes, by using some codes. For example, I want to send this message to a particular person only. I am intended to send this message, confidential message, to one particular person only. No one should see this one. So what I will do, I will encode it by using some logic. Then I will give the key to that person, how to decode, receiver. He will decode it and he will get the actual message. So this is only the communication between me and that person. You know that we are having a lot of confidential information. Yes, in defense particularly, if you want to know networks, how the networks are, you know that. Yes, if you are making a call, tracker is there. Yes, so that's why. So we have to be very, very careful. So we are having one subject, that is the cryptography. So that is the encoding and the decoding. Now I will take one example. So this is all about, sir. I will take one example. You will understand the procedure, how we are using the matrix multiplication and inverse of the matrix in the field of cryptography. Next slide, sir. I will take one example. You will get the complete understanding. For example, you see this. I am taking a message. I want to send this message to some particular person. What is the message? Prepare to negotiate. I am sending this message to some particular person, prepare to negotiate. So what I am doing, first I am encoding this. Yes, that encoded message will get the receiver. Then I will give the key. Then by using that key, he will decode and he will get the message. How you see this? So this is prepare to negotiate. So what we are doing, first remember one thing, sir. You have to select any matrix by your own. Remember one thing, keep in mind, while selection any matrix by your own, it should be an invertible matrix. Invertible in the sense, what is the small logic? Just now I told you, it should be a non-singular matrix. You can select anything, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, that is up to you. This is your what, just now I told you, na key. Yes, na? So you can select anything. Yes. So here, in this example, what I am doing, I am selecting a 3 by 3 matrix by my own, and this matrix is a non-singular. You can check. This is a non-singular matrix. Now what we are doing, we are having these alphabets, English alphabets, prepare to negotiate. And what logic we are using, you know that in every language is having alphabets. In English also we are having. Yes, how many alphabets are there in English? I hope everyone know. Yes, that is nothing but the 26 alphabets. So it is very easy. 26 alphabets. Yes, yeah. Everyone know. What is the number for A? Obviously 1. B is 2. C is 3. Like this. The last is nothing but the Z. That is nothing but Z is nothing but the 26th number. Why? Because we are giving these numbers. Yes, na? In a sequence manner. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for all the alphabets we are giving. And whenever we are having a gap space, that we are giving as a 27th. Whenever we are having the space, that will be as the 27th. Now here you see this. What we are doing actually, this prepare to negotiate. By using this, we are writing here. Prepare. If you see in the alphabets, what the 16th letter? R is nothing but the 18th one. E is nothing but the 5th one. And again P, 16th. A is nothing but the first one. And R is 18th one. E is nothing but the 5th one. In between we are having gap now. Gap. That gap we are writing as the number. We are giving as the 27th we are writing. Then T, we are giving the numbering. I hope you understood. Yes, no? For all the alphabets, we are having the numbers. We are giving the numbers in a sequence order, that is 1 to 26. And whenever we are having the gap, we are taking that as the 27. So we are having, now you see this. We converted this message, the first step, prepare to negotiate. We converted into numbers first. Numbers. Now we got the numbers. 16, 18, 5, 16. This is nothing but a sequence of numbers having their own pattern. Now what we are doing? Now here, remember one thing. I took a 3 by 3 matrix. Now what I want to do, I want to make a matrix by using these numbers. By using this sequence of numbers, I want to make a matrix now. Remember one thing, in the next steps, I will multiply this encoding matrix. This is called as encoding matrix. I have taken by my own a non-singular matrix. Now, by this sequence of numbers, I am making a matrix in such a way that the columns of encoding matrix should match with this sequence of matrix. Why? Because I am going to multiply both the matrices. In the next steps, I am going to multiply. So what I am doing? I am making columns may be anything, but rows should be 3 only. Why? Because here, how many columns are there in my encoded matrix? 3 columns. Matrix multiplication means next matrix should have the 3 rows. So what I am doing? I am arranging in like this: 16, 18, 5. Only 3 rows, no? This is my matrix. Actually, I am writing as column matrix actually, separately. I will combine all. I will make a matrix, which is in how many rows? 3 rows. And how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am least bothered about the columns. I am focusing only on rows. Yes. So I am writing like this: 6, 15, 5. You see this? 6, 18, 5. Yes. Next, we are writing 16, 1, 18. 3 rows only. Like this, we are in order. We are writing. Last one, you see this. Actually, we are getting only 2 elements, but I have to write 3 rows. So what I am doing? I am flipping up by this gap. That is 27 number. By using the 27 number. Now what I will do? I will write a matrix now. A matrix having how many rows? 3 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. 7 columns. Now in the next slide, you see. Next slide. Yes. Now you see this. Just we have written this matrix. Now you see this. This is our own matrix. This is the encoding matrix. We have chosen by our own. We made the matrix by sequence of numbers by assigning the numbers to the alphabets. This is, you know, how many columns are there? 7 columns are there, 3 rows are there. Now what we are doing? Simply multiplication we are doing. Remember one thing, the columns of the first matrix is equal to the rows of the second matrix. Matrix multiplication will possible na? And you know that what will be the resultant matrix? What will the resultant matrix? Resultant matrix 3 by 7. 3 by 7. Now we are doing the multiplication. We are getting this matrix. Now again I am writing these elements as, what are the elements? Minus 122, then 23, 138, minus 123, 19, 139, all those things I am arranging in order. I am writing all the numbers. Now I will send these numbers to that person. I am intended to send the message. I will send these numbers. No one will know what these numbers indicates. No one will know what this indicates. This is the coded one. This is the coded numbers and multiplied by my own matrix, my assumed matrix. Now what I will do? I will give him the information of my encoding matrix to that person. I will give the information of the encoding matrix to that person, so by using which he will decode these numbers. He will decode. How to decode? Decode is nothing but, you go to the next slide. Next slide. What that person receiver will do. The concept is, now we are finding the inverse of this matrix. We are finding the inverse of our encoding matrix. That receiver will multiply this inverse of the matrix with our coded numbers, coded matrix, encoded matrix, this coded one, coded the matrix formed by the coded numbers. Then again you see this, he will get this one. He will get this one. What are those numbers? These are the numbers assigned by us to the message prepare to negotiate. Again, if you arrange in sequence, what is 16 stands for? P. What is 18 stands for? R. What is 5 stands for? E. So he will get the message. He will get the message. So this is what is a small thing, sir. What is, everyone know multiplication and the inverse of the matrix, but we are using in encoding and decoding in the subject cryptography. Cryptography, sir. Just nowadays